In this video, we'll talk about the two types of documentation you need to include and describe when reporting on the people or households you're serving. The first is household eligibility, and the second is proof of housing. The reason we capture household eligibility is to demonstrate that these households count towards our performance measure goals for our program. It is not about the eligibility for services at your site. Our program is only counting individuals experiencing homelessness or those that are considered low income towards our performance measure goals. Your site may develop affordable housing for moderate income folks, and that's great, but you're not going to report on those people. There's several options that you can choose from, and I'll share with you in just a couple of seconds what those are. You're only going to need to pick one option per household. That option should be on file at your service site. You're not going to upload it to AmericaLearn, so you're not going to share it with us because they do capture confidential information, but you need to make sure that the form or document is on file at your site. These household eligibility options are listed on the AmeriCorps services form. And again, you're going to select just one of them. So you can use Medicaid eligibility or benefits letter, SNAP or TANF/KTAP eligibility or benefits letter, SSI or SSDI determination letters, a copy of their Section 8 or other housing program voucher, an eviction letter or past due bill, a current credit report with a credit score below 620, an income tax return or pay stub that demonstrates the household is below 200% of the poverty line, or you can use a verification of homelessness or HMIS entry. This is actually a separate form that you will fill out. You can use this homelessness eligibility form for when you're working with people experiencing homelessness. That's the only time you would use this form. And you use this form if there's no other option available. This form is on HHCK's website. You'll fill out some information. You'll select what the option that best applies to your client is, and you'll have your site supervisor or another employee at your site sign off on it. You are not going to sign it, or another AmeriCorps member, they won't sign it. We need someone that officially works for your organization to verify it. This is the one household eligibility form or documentation that you're going to upload into AmericaLearns. You would include it with your AmeriCorps services form when you put it in AmericaLearns. Proof of housing is the second piece of documentation that we need when we're reporting on the people that we serve. So you decide what option is the best fit for your household, and you tell us about it if and when the household is housed or the project's completed or they're moved into housing or whatever that might be. The first option is the beneficiary self-report of housing. That's not like a form that we need to collect, but it is something that can be used if no other documentation exists. And essentially, the beneficiary just needs to self-report their housing status to the service site, because your service site supervisor or another employee is going to sign off when you complete the AmeriCorps services wrap-up form. You can also use a certificate of occupancy. You can share completed construction project notes, like, for example, photos of the project, a copy of the housing voucher or lease or mortgage. So none of those documents get uploaded into AmericaLearns. You just select those options on the wrap-up form, and your supervisor signs off saying that, yes, this household was housed or moved into housing, or the project was completed, and this is how we're confirming that housed status. On HHCK's website, under current member resources, is where you're going to find all the up-to-date forms. The verification of homelessness or HMIS entry, that's the form we talked about just a minute or two ago that you'll download and fill out if you need to use that option for eligibility documentation. And the wrap-up form is what I'm talking about when I say that you'll select proof of housing and have your site supervisor sign off. If you have any questions on what we covered in this video, please reach out to us.